It's Sherry from the blog ourlifehomeschooling.com. I'm going to be giving today a basic tutorial on how to do copywork. This is how we do copywork in our home, how we've been doing it for 13 years now. I'm going to go back to just the very simple step-by-step guide explaining what copywork is, how much copywork should a child do, what to copy, and just kind of lay it all out for you to make it easy to understand. I'm very excited to be sharing with you my very first free printable that you can download on the blog. This is winter-themed copywork. This is the copywork that my kids are going to be using this winter. So I'm very proud of this product and I am excited to share it with you. In this copywork, you will find passages from the Bible, poems, selections of poems from Christina Rossetti, Robert Louis Stevenson, Sarah Teasdale. You will also find sections from picture books, Stranger in the Woods, Bear Snores On, Katie and the Big Snow, The Mitten. I also have some selections from chapter books like the Little House books, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis, House at Pooh Corner. When you download this free printable, you will get 7 pages. The first 2 pages are just some frequently asked questions about copywork and just kind of a laid out written explanation of how to do copywork, how we do copywork, what works well, and then 5 pages of copywork for your kids to handwrite. This is work that would last, I would say, approximately for about 7 weeks, depending on how much your child is writing per day. It's geared more towards 1st through 4th grade, 4th or 5th grade, depending on what level your child is writing at. When I first started homeschooling and heard about copywork, I was wondering what it was that everyone loved about copywork. From my experience in the classroom, I had learned different writing methods to teach kids, and I just didn't know what all the buzz was about copywork. How could it really be all that effective? It seems too simple to be something that really works that well. We decided to try it, and we've been doing copywork now for 13 years, and I can say without a doubt that it is a very effective writing habit for your child to use to become a better writer. It is not my only writing curriculum, but it is definitely the core method and habit that we use every day. If you'd like to see how we do copywork, I'm going to put the links to some other posts that I have written. On these posts, I have downloads that you can print out of the copywork that we use from Ambleside Online. I also share a step-by-step guide for teaching writing. I'll link those below so that you can take a look at those. So what is copywork? If you're new to this concept, it is very simple. Copywork is handwriting out excellent selections from great authors. There is something about the slow process of observing something that's well written and copying it. Think about how we learn to do anything. We learn by seeing someone that's doing it well and imitating them. This is what copywork is. What should a child copy? This really is left up to your own discretion. A child should copy excellent pieces from quality literature. So we copy sections from the Bible, we copy poetry, we copy just different sections from chapter books, from picture books. We have copied historical documents, the Pledge of Allegiance, the Gettysburg Address. There are lots of options for things that your child can use for copywork. How much should a child copy? A good rule of thumb is to copy 1 sentence for 1st grade, 2 sentences for 2nd grade, 3 sentences for 3rd grade, and so on. And you can kind of gauge it according to your child. You know, some kids just want to write more and it comes easily to them and you can give them more. Some, it just is really challenging and you definitely don't want to put something on them that is more than they're developmentally ready for. When should a child start copywork? As soon as they are able to write their capital and small letters with ease. So as soon as it comes naturally to them and it's not a big task for them to write out a whole word or a whole sentence, this is a good time for them to start. How often should a child do copywork? Copywork should be a daily habit. If you implement this as a regular practice that your children do, that is when you're going to see the most progress. You're going to see the best results. It's something that is a great habit to have. Even as an adult, I practice copywork. If there's things that I want to remember, when I'm reading something that just really stands out to me, almost on a daily basis, I find myself copying things that I want to remember or that are meaningful to me. And I've noticed that when you copy something, it cements it in your brain. It comes back to your mind throughout the day and you remember it when you write it down. How long should copywork take? Short lessons are key, 15 to 20 minutes. If it's taking your child longer than 15 to 20 minutes to do their copywork, I would say that either the passage is too long for them or they're just not ready for copywork yet. The best practice is to keep your lessons short. How do you teach copywork? I encourage my kids to write exactly what is written. So capitalize the first letter of every sentence, have the correct punctuation at the end, put quotation marks and commas where they belong. When a poem or a book or something is written that has capital letters in the title, you want to point out to them that the first letter of each word is capitalized. The important part about copywork is that after they're finished, you take the time, and this maybe would be daily when they're young, but as they get older, it might be weekly. Take the time to sit down with them, look at their copywork, and have them correct any handwriting that is not done well. If they have spelling mistakes, have them correct them. Sitting down with them and reviewing their copywork will make sure that they're really observing the piece and taking the extra time to see the details. What skills are covered in copywork? Handwriting, spelling, punctuation, sentence structure, written form and style, vocabulary. These are all skills that they are absorbing as they do copywork and that you can be teaching when you review copywork with them. I'm going to give you some extensions of copywork that we have used in our homeschool. The first is cursive. I like for my kids to learn cursive. I know it's not important to everyone. Truthfully, my kids all, as soon as they can print really well, they all beg me to teach them how to write cursive. So it's never really been a big issue for us. As soon as they are printing well, I start teaching them cursive. And so these cursive lessons would be separate from their copywork. I would have them still copy in print every day. But as soon as they are fluent in cursive penmanship, then you could just require them to do their copywork in cursive. And this just adds a little bit more challenge for them, and it kind of covers 2 lessons in one. Another extension is typing. I would not suggest that you have them type their copywork instead of handwriting it. And I'll tell you why. I see the difference in this when I, just using the example of driving in a car versus walking. When you drive somewhere in a car, you see a couple landmarks, a couple things stand out to you. But when you walk, you observe every single detail. And I think this is the difference between handwriting copywork and typing out copywork. So I would encourage you to use typing as an extension of copywork, not as a substitution. So don't have them just type out what they are seeing. Have them handwrite it, and then after they handwrite it, if they are proficient in typing, so again, this would be something that they would have to have separate lessons on for a while and become fluent at. When they're fluent, then after they complete their daily copywork, I have them type it out. Another extension of copywork is dictation. This is something I do randomly. It's not a regular practice, but after they're done writing their copywork, every now and then you can say, hey, get out a piece of paper and I'm going to read your copywork to you and I want you to write it out again. And what this does is it kind of checks where they are with their spelling. It checks how much they are absorbing when they don't have it right in front of them. It helps you to see if they are capitalizing correctly and if their punctuation is in the right place. And it's just a good metric to use. The last extension is illustrating, and this is just for fun. My kids, I have a few kids that just love to draw little sketches around their copywork every day. And it's just something fun and makes their work look beautiful. So I want to show you step by step how we do copywork. Now, when our kids are very little, I use a manuscript tablet. So just something that you would find at the dollar store. I buy mine at the dollar store. And these have K-lined paper. So it's just a top, a middle, and a bottom. I call them the ceiling, the table, and the floor. But when they are at the very beginning, starting out in copywork, I have them use K-lined paper. And initially, I will print out the first line. Let me just show you. So I print out the first line and have them copy below. And then I will print out the next line and they copy below. So this is kind of where we start at the very beginning when they're just starting out. When they are able to write on regular lined notebook, I take their copywork, I will hole punch it and put it in just a regular binder, regular 3-ring binder or a 3-ring folder. And this will be what they use every day. Then separately, they will have a basic notebook that is their Copywork notebook. It's just a blank notebook. And I have them write the date at the top and then the sentence or two that they are copying, and then skip a line and the next day, the date. This is a great way to teach them. First, we start with the long way of writing the date, but as they get older, just the short way of writing the date. This keeps it organized and is a way for you to be able to look back and see how they're progressing, especially if you're not at the point where you're checking it every day. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope that this will help you get started on copywork if it's something that's brand new to you. If it is something you've been doing for a while, maybe it just gives you some helpful ideas to see how someone else is doing it and some inspiration. Thanks for listening in and enjoy homeschooling your kids.